One of the biggest games to hit Missoula in a few years happened earlier today as number 3 Weber State visited the number 5 Montana Grizzlies over at Washington Grizzlies Stadium. It was senior day over at Washington Grizzlies Stadium, and boy did the Grizzlies come to play today. Grizz defense holds steady on the first drive to force a 3-and-out. Then, not long after, UM's offense needed just 4 plays to find the end zone for the first time, as Dalton Snead connected with Samori Toure right here, and that made it 7-0 UM in the first quarter. Then, while up 14-3, the Grizz forced their first of 4 turnovers after Michael McGinnis reaches the punter after a bad snap and Drew Turner recovers the ball for Montana. Then, just 2 plays later, Marcus Knight makes a couple of guys miss after taking the handoff, and he fights his way in for a 15-yard score to make it 21-3 Montana. Weber State trying to light a spark and get back in this one, but the ball is tipped into the air though. Dante Olson bobbles it and Josh Sandry comes down with it in the scrum, and Montana will take its 21-3 lead into halftime. Montana scored on its first drive of the second half when Snead and Toure connected again. Toure finished with 8 catches, a career-high 193 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And Gavin Robertson adds 1 more interception right here for good measure. And Montana, number 5 Montana, defeats number 3 Weber State 35-16. Our Jack Ginsburg has more from today's win from Washington Grizzlies Stadium.
The Montana Grizzlies came into their Week 12 matchup with a tough test as they were facing the number 3 team in the nation in the Weber State Wildcats. But after a fast start from the Grizzlies, both the offense and defense dominated and did not look back en route to the Grizzlies' 9th win of the season.
It was just electric, you know, and we could feel it, and we were feeding off of it, and it's just something that we feel like gives us a great advantage. So just shout out to our fans for bringing the energy.
You know, they average under 2 yards a carry, and when they're 1 point something with their offense and what they want to do, it's going to be hard for them to win. And, you know, that was the emphasis for our defense this week, and our guys, our assistant coaches did a great job putting the plan together, calling it, and our guys executed it real well.
And it wasn't just the run defense on Saturday. The Montana secondary held Weber to 170 passing yards and no touchdowns through 3 quarters while grabbing 2 key interceptions.
You know, we're just doing our thing like we do each and every week. Nothing new. We're just playing ball and making plays. Anytime you can get a big win like that against a very good opponent, it's huge.
Well, that wraps up another week of college football here in Missoula. The Montana Grizzlies now shift their focus to the Montana State Bobcats and the Brawl of the Wild coming up next week, with the Big Sky Conference title still in sights. Reporting in Missoula, Jack Ginsburg, MTN Sports.